Next up, a double crochet. That's the UK terminology. In the US, this is a single crochet. So it's one of the key stitches in crochet. It's simple and it forms a dense, compact fabric. So to make this, what we will do is go into, so we're going to go into the second stitch from the hook here, go into the top, pull up a loop. So now we have 2 on our hook, then through the yarn, create another loop and pull that through. And we would, if we were to do that all the way along, we would go into the next one along, pull up a loop, and go through and pull through those 2. Again, we have 1 loop, we're going to go through and pull up a loop, go through both of them. And if you notice, I can tell this is the one that I last did because I can see the 2 stitches here. And so I know the next one is the one right next to it, and I'm keeping my middle finger and thumb right here on this piece of fabric that I am essentially weaving through. And I'm keeping my hook down, and I'm keeping this, I keep my hook slightly raised, just a tiny bit, and I will do this all the way along here. Keeping it up just a tiny bit, and through with practice and pacing, you will start noticing that it will become even, because the amount of tension and the amount of you raising the hook upwards will become natural habit, and it will become easier and easier. And then you find that your fabric that you are creating, because that's what we're doing here, essentially creating fabric, becomes even tensioned. And that's how that looks. How to see your stitches clearly once you have a little bit of fabric going. Okay, so the foundation chain, you pointed out where the stitches were. So in this case, we now, once we have got past this first foundation chain and we have started, just move that to the side. Now, in general, the stitches you're looking at to go through back on will be the 2 stitches. These 2 loop, this essentially through here. So that would be where you would place your hook. And if you look at it from the top like this, you can see the V shapes. So there's a V, there's another one, and there's another one, and so on. And so you'd put your hook through both of these, through both of them. Once we get to the end here, because this stitch doesn't have very much height, it only requires 1 chain, and then you turn your work like a book. So we've just been working that way, we've gone all the way across, 1 chain, you turn it like a book, hold on to it, and in these 2 loops here, you will then continue to create a loop. So you have 2 loops and pull through both, and then you would go through 2 loops again and pull through, and you would do that all the way along to make sure you get through both of those. You don't want to go through just the one, which is easily done. You want both of them, and you'd go through and do that all the way along. I'll do a few more. You can see here how our fabric is starting to form, and you can see the next lot of chains to go through are there.